Hey everyone, today's video is about 7 myths surrounding our period and exactly why they are simply myths. So I can't wait to share the information with you. Myth number 1 is that we're always on our period. It's important to understand that the menstrual cycle does not just mean our period. So sometimes people think when you're referring to your period, they're thinking your entire menstrual cycle. So that is a huge myth because, as you know, as a female, we only bleed for, between 2 to 8 days within our menstrual cycle, and that is called menstruation. And this can vary from woman to woman. Also, the whole cycle varies from woman to woman. The average length of a menstrual cycle is 28 days, but some can go from 29 to 35 days, while others can be shorter. It depends on various things in your life, but that is a big myth that we're always on our periods. Myth number 2, it's okay to dismiss my feelings when I'm on my period. It is a common misconception that females are just moody around their period just for the sake of being moody. But what they don't realize is that our hormone levels are completely out of whack for a bit around our period. As you know, our estrogen levels plummet and our progesterone levels increase. And so all of our hormones are wacky, which of course is going to make us moody, and that is something that people don't really take the time to understand. And so it's just not okay to dismiss our feelings around that time, and we're not just being moody for the sake of it. Our body is literally switching around our hormones on us, and we're just trying to adjust to those changes. Myth number 3 is that period blood is dirty. This is a big myth because period blood is actually just as clean as the blood that comes out from your veins. It is important when you're on your period to be drinking a ton of water so that your body can flush out the fluids that are needing to come out, but the fluids that come out aren't dirty. That's a myth. Myth number 4 is you should rest during your period and not exercise. So this is another big myth because if your body feels okay exercising, then you should exercise. On the contrary, if you don't feel like exercising, then don't. But it is a myth that you shouldn't exercise. For a lot of women, exercise helps them feel a lot better because of the release of endorphins, and it also sometimes helps their cramps as your body is releasing endorphins and you can kind of not focus on your cramps so much. A lot of women feel a lot better exercising, so it is a myth that you shouldn't exercise on your period. And here at Pixie Cup, when you wear a Pixie Cup, you can continue to exercise on your period because the cup catches all the blood for up to 12 hours, so you can continue to be free even on your period. Myth number 5 is that virgins shouldn't use anything but pads. This is a big misconception as people think that it will be painful for virgins to use tampons or menstrual cup, and this could not be further from the truth. We have different sizes of Pixie Cups, so we do recommend the smaller size for younger users or first-time users, and we do have our Pixie Cup lube to make the cup go in a lot smoother. There is also a misconception that you will lose your virginity if you use a menstrual cup or a period, and that is just not true, and it has deep roots to really old cultures and ways of doing things. Myth number 6, and this one is the kicker, is that PMS is all in your head. And I kind of mentioned it previously, but it's not all in your head because our hormones are fluctuating, and it is very, very real to feel irritable, to feel depressed, to feel fatigue. It's very real to have cramps and feel physically uncomfortable before your period. Our body's levels are going like this, so it is definitely not all in your head, and you're not just moody for the sake of being moody. Myth number 7 is an important one because I know that most menstruating women have felt this at one point or another, but it is that periods are shameful. This is not true. If you had a similar upbringing to me, you might have been taught that they are shameful, they're dirty, they're gross, or they're embarrassing. I remember hiding my period from my own mom when I first started. I remember being so embarrassed. If any guys knew that I was on my period, I would hide tampons up my sleeve to go to the bathroom. It was a very shameful experience, and it's too bad that any of us have had to feel that way because it's not true. Periods are beautiful, they're amazing, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. And now I will tell anyone when I'm on my period, loud and proud, I don't care, because it's not anything we should be ashamed of. So I'm sorry if you've ever felt shame while being on your period as well. Here at Pixie Cup, we're trying to break that stigma, and we're trying to create a life-changing period where you have ultimate period freedom, and we want women across the world to experience this feeling. And for us, a lot of that freedom does come from A, being able to talk openly about our periods, and B, using a menstrual cup, because we can continue to go about our lives knowing that our cup is working for us and that we can wear it for up to 12 hours. We can continue to do the activities that we love to do, and that is ultimately why we are doing what we're doing. So if you have ever wondered about using a menstrual cup, or have any questions, or feel that it's time to try one and you don't know what size to get, please reach out to us, and as always, we would be super happy to start you on your journey.